Yo, what's good? What's good? What's up, people? How y'all doing, man? It's your boy Kelvin with BTB, man. Big shout out to everyone out there, man. Salute to y'all. Salute to all the new subscribers. And salute to the other guys in the group, JB, Rashad, Kobe Bryant Film Room, Big Dog Talk Sports. Y'all sub up to their page and check them out. And as we continue to grow and move forward. All right, real quick video. It's not going to be long. This is about Gilbert Arenas. I just want to comment on what he said about Michael Jordan and this supposedly PED things he possibly was on or something like that. Gilbert alluded to. Uh, Gilbert is normally a guy I don't speak on because I just think he's an unintelligent idiot and his content is trash. And so I pay it no mind. One thing about me, and I'm not disrespecting other content creators that's out there doing their thing. If I'm not a fan of your work, I just don't watch. I don't troll. I try not to speak on you. I don't go on your page and bother you or nothing like that. If you have content that I'm not a fan of, I just, have tunnel vision and focus on the content creators that I like, and I watch them, But I just want to speak on this just this one time because Gilbert is just a guy I just don't like. But he said something about Michael Jordan that I thought was just really, really ridiculous. And yeah, I'm a Michael Jordan fan, but I'm not a homer or nothing like that. But I just wanted to make a quick video about this. He said, kind of made some remarks about Michael Jordan, possibly being on some PEDs or whatever back in the day or whatever, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. Now, one of the reasons why I'm addressing this, and the only reason why I'm making the video with Gilbert's name in it, is for younger fans who might see him talking or whatever, and younger fans that maybe didn't see Michael Jordan play and just saw highlight clips or whatever, or a few games here and there, and maybe they're Michael Jordan fans. It was a young man on Instagram that I came across his page, and he said something that really touched me, man. He was like, he said, he posted a clip of Michael Jordan, a highlight clip, right? And he said, man, I wish I could have seen Michael Jordan play, on TV when Michael Jordan was still playing at his peak, and stuff like that. And it really kind of touched me, and I commented on his Instagram posts and stuff like that. And this is the reason why I'm just addressing this one thing. For any young fans out there that are Michael Jordan fans, and you want to learn about Michael Jordan and know about him and stuff like that, I would advise you don't listen to people like Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas does not know what the hell he's talking about 99% of the time. And the stuff he spews out of his mouth is just absolute nonsense. Now, him alleging that Michael Jordan might have did something is nonsense because you can go back and this is for younger fans, you can go back and watch Michael Jordan. If you run across some games in his earlier days in the 80s, the mid to late 80s, and then go back and watch some games during the second three-peat. And you can see the natural digression of his athleticism. The footage don't lie. He's just going through the natural aging process that any other human being goes through from his 20s to his 30s. That's an athlete. If you watch his second three-peat, you see he didn't run as fast, he didn't jump as high and stuff like that. He didn't do as many flashy moves and stuff like he did in his younger days. That's because he was going through the natural aging process and he was older. I watched, the other day I was watching the game during the 95-96 season. Early in that year, I was watching the game and I seen in that game, he was still rusty. Even coming through the offseason of playing and practicing in the dome, he was still rusty and wasn't moving as good as he did later that season. And that's just the normal aging process. And so anyone that's taking PEDs or something like that and any kind of enhancement, you're not going to see that. You're not going to see the natural aging process. You're going to see someone that's in their 30s look the same way they look in their 20s because their body is revved up and able to recover from workouts, and they're still able to do the things they did in their youth, which naturally doesn't happen. And the reason why this stuff is speculating around LeBron James' name is because at this advanced age, he's still doing a lot of things that young players do, which is not natural. I'm not accusing LeBron of anything. I don't know, but all you have to do is watch the film and watch the tape. If you're a young fan, this is for y'all. Do not listen to people like Gilbert Arenas. I'm only addressing this one time because I don't like the dude and I don't like his content. I don't like anything about him. But I felt compelled to say this because of the young brother I saw on the Instagram and other young fans that did not get to see Michael Jordan play. And you saw highlights, you might see a game here and there, and you become a fan of him and you're trying to research and learn about him or whatever. Do not listen to people like Gilbert Arenas. You'll be much better served listening to independent content creators on YouTube that watch Michael Jordan play, who are educated about the game of basketball and learn from them, and go out and try to find games where you can and watch and learn about Michael Jordan yourself. There's a lot of great content creators out there, guys like Too Raw for TV. I talk about Michael Jordan a lot, and I'm gonna continue to talk about him. Not addressing any kind of debate. I'm just gonna talk about his career. You listen to me because I actually saw Michael Jordan play. Like I said, Too Raw for TV, Ticket TV, the Brother Sports and Fitness Ranch, Uncommon Sense. A lot of great content creators. Uncut Hoops. Salute to that brother. I'm a big fan of his channel. He do Michael Jordan content. You'll be much better served listening to smaller, independent content creators that are, not spewing out nonsense instead of listening to these mainstream guys like a dummy like Gilbert Arenas or a dumbass like Shannon Sharp. Now, if you want to know about football, I guess it's okay to listen to Shannon Sharp. I'm not going to disrespect his football knowledge and his football career. He's a Hall of Fame football player. If he's talking football, by all means, listen to him. But when it comes to basketball, do not listen to idiots like Shannon Sharp, Stephen A. Smith, and stuff like that. Do not listen to these guys. Listen to smaller, independent content creators that actually saw Michael Jordan play. And they're, breaking down the greatness of Michael Jordan and learn and be educated by them. Gilbert Arenas spewing out this nonsense, about Michael Jordan on PEDs. Just looking with your own eyes, looking at the film footage, it makes no sense. None. All you got to do is watch how he played in the 80s and then go back and watch his second three-peat. How he was playing then. He was playing, on the ground, posting up, fade away, jump shots. He was using the skills and stuff that he worked on and developed in his youth so that when his athleticism declined like he did in his mid to late 30s, he could still be effective and dominant. You're going to see him, if you watch the second three-peat, you'll see him posting up a lot, the mid-range, 1-2 pull-up jump shots. Very rarely you're going to see him in the second three-peat dunking a whole lot like he did in his youth. Why? Because he went through the natural aging process. That's not a man that's taking enhancements. That's not. And then if you go watch him with the Wizard years when he's even older, He's slower and stuff like that. He was still able to be effective though because he was so sharp in his mind. He was such a smart guy. He knew how to play the game. You know, he knew how to use footwork and technique and stuff like that to score and use his body to score, you know, because his athleticism wasn't there anymore because he wasn't a young man anymore. And, I saw the video about Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown played with Michael Jordan. Kwame Brown was a young guy, got drafted by the Wizards, and he was in the locker room every day. And on this video, he addressed it, how Michael Jordan was an older player. He couldn't do the things he did when he was young. He had to get his knee drained after every game. He had to take practices off. He was having these ailments and stuff that he had to deal with just to be able to play every game. That is a player that went through the natural aging process. That's not a player that's on PEDs or any kind of enhancement. So, this is why I say, this is why I was saying on my other video previously about, these content creators that's out here fighting the narratives and fighting a good fight. I don't knock you for what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Guys like Sports and Fitness Rants and Uncommon Sense and Too Raw for TV and Ticket TV and Angry Old Hoops and all these guys that are making content, going back at the false narratives, which is fine. But there are still a lot of young fans out there who want to be educated about the older players, who want to learn. When I say, some negative things on my other video about younger fans and stuff, I'm talking about the idiot LeBron fans that's disrespecting legends. But there are some very intelligent young fans who are willing to listen and learn. And this is why I said to the other content creators, you should focus more, and just in my opinion, on educating the younger fans who do want to listen and learn about players that they did not see, like a Michael Jordan or Magic Johnson or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or John Stockton or whatever. Educate them. Sure, fight the narrative, spend a little time on that, but I would spend most of my energy and time on educating the younger fans who are willing to listen and learn about the older players. Like that guy I mentioned that I came across on Instagram. There are a lot of young fans out there, who wish they got to see a Michael Jordan play. Guys that's in our 40s and stuff in our age range, we were blessed, to see greatness of Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson and Larry Bird and stuff like that. Some of these younger fans didn't get to see that. And they want to learn, they want to know, and they not trashing. They have willing ears and hearts who just want to learn. And this is why I say you should focus more of your energy on that instead of, clowns like Gilbert and Shannon Sharp and Kendrick Perkins and Stephen A. Smith and the rest of these idiots. Sometimes you just got to have tunnel vision and focus on what you're doing and what the task is at hand, which is just speaking the truth and educating the younger fans that are willing to listen. The younger fans that's disrespecting, they idiots. Let idiots be idiots. Let clowns like Gilbert and them be clowns. Let clowns like Shannon Sharp be a fucking clown. Let them talk that bullshit and just focus on the task at hand. That's just my suggestion. But that's all I want to say, man. Gilbert Arenas spewing out that nonsense. It's complete bullshit. And I would never talk about Gilbert ever again because I don't follow his content. I don't watch his shit. I just felt compelled to speak on that because the young brother I saw on Instagram, and I just wanted to say this. And hopefully if any young fans heard this message, you would kind of take heed to what I'm saying. Don't listen to people like Gilbert Arenas talking this bullshit, man. Do not listen to him. Do not listen to people like Shannon Sharp who don't know what the hell they talking about. You be better served, like I said, listen to some independent content creators and find some other NBA players that ain't spewing nonsense. Guys like Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce. I wasn't big fans of them as players, but they podcast and what they're doing, you know, a lot of stuff they're doing is okay. It's cool. You can learn. But guys like Gilbert, let clowns be clowns and just let them float on in the wind and be jackasses and dumbasses and go on about your business. You know what I'm saying? And focus on the task at hand. That would be my suggestion, man. You know. So, that's all I want to say. Let the clowns be clowns, man. And Gilbert Arenas is a fucking clown. And that's all I got to say about that. That's all I'm going to say about him. Going on about my business. I ain't talking about this dude no more. I ain't paying no attention to his content. I just wanted to address that, man. So, that's that. Salute to y'all, man. God bless y'all. I'm out.